thank you for having us. The Manchester Surrealist group are in the house.
Woo!
We've got a very varied line-up. I'm going to get into that in a minute. I'm just back from the United Arab Emirates.
For fuck's sake.
Hey,
my daughter's over there, so kept me
oh yeah.
She lives there.
What I understood is the people of Dubai do not like the Flintstones, but the people of Abu Dhabi do. What we've got tonight is we've got Jerry from Bournemouth, all the way from Bournemouth, Dorset, believe you. We've got Joe over there. We've got Simon. Simon Mad as Fuck Myers. And we've got Will. What was it again, Will? He's going to do his best. So, Jerry from Bournemouth, first of all, thank you for having us.
Hello. Oh, you're probably thinking, this guy doesn't sound like he's from Bournemouth. Don't worry. I'll tell you my background here in a little bit. Has anyone ever heard why Snape crossed the road, but only halfway? So we didn't know which side he was on. It'll make sense in a second. Yeah, my name is Jerry. My last name is Potter. My name, yes, does sound like Harry Potter. I was born in Bournemouth. I was born in '93, so I'm, getting up there a little bit. And my dad was a sculptor. Ironically, he chose the surname Potter. Which is the best for me, but we'll into that. So, yeah, we moved to the United States when I was about 4 or 5. For any Harry Potter fans, you'll kind of catch along for the story when the books were released and that sort of thing. But yeah, there's kind of the big ceramics industry in kind of Redding, California, if anyone's ever been there. I have kind of a West Coast accent I've adapted through that. And life was fine. I was kind of the cool British kid in class. No one really thought too much of any one sort of thing. And then, well, you can probably guess the rest of the story. Kids were never ever too mean to me, really. Initially, at first, you can kind of imagine the Venn diagram of bullies over here and people who read over here, and the line in the middle is really not that much. So at first, it wasn't too bad. Then 2001 rolled around. A lot of things happened in the United States in 2001. In September, the Twin Towers fell, and then if anyone has seen the first Harry Potter film, November 17th, that was kind of 9/11 because all the bullies started actually watching movies, and then the name Jerry Potter became really something to laugh at. I was never ever, bullied too terribly, but I knew that if I was going to go to a sleepover or something like that, I was going to wake up with a, lightning bolt drawn on my forehead or something kind of like that. I think the most memorable thing for me was I think I was about 11 or so. So the film has been out for a little bit, and one of the first days of school, this big kind of ugly kid walks up to me, Marcus, I remember his name very clearly, I don't remember his last name. Marcus walks up to me, he's wearing this baseball cap. I'm about to go home, about to hop on the school bus. Because he takes off his cap and he says, Pasha, I forgot the sorting hat had something to tell you. And then he shoved me onto the ground and he said, you've been selected for... Number 4 is kind of the name that I had going from there. As I got older, I went through school, I learned more about American history, the American Revolution. I felt like the personification of that. I got like the British beaten out of me just because every time I spoke with my wee little accent that I had when I was a kid, it just it was wrong. So yeah, don't even ask me to do it. I just kind of became American from that point. It got beaten out of me. And then ironically, when I moved back over here to go to uni, everybody thought like, oh, how funny, it's an American who has the name of Jerry Potter, and they're like, oh, and that's how it ended up. So that was my life story up to thus far. I hope it made you laugh, smile, maybe even cry a little bit. And I wish it was true, but actually, JK, I hope I just said something that had you rolling on the ground with laughter. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
His real name's left.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe, and I'm here to sing a song for you. And don't worry if you're not very musical, you're not really in the mood for a song. I think it has a chance to make it into the charts, so yeah. From the day that I first saw you, something in me took control. Now. Part of me was lonely, but this feeling in you made me whole. And I love the way you make me feel. Your love is real. And I can't contain this feeling. Your love gives me such a thrill. Your love is real. It happened when you came to me. Down, now. Emptiness was my best friend. Feeling sorry for myself. Always in the end, down, never really knew me until you came along and you showed me who I am. There's a big part of me in you, you're all I need to get by. There's a big part of you in me, no more alone. Am I? Down. Angels whispered magic. And from my heart to you, in a brand new song, down. And I love the way you make me feel, your love is real. And I can't contain this feeling, your love gives me such a thrill, your love is real. Down, now, dun, 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 down, now, dun, 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 dun. It's not splitting.
I wasn't sure tonight whether to do comedy or poetry. I done exactly one comedy gig in Salford, and that was 30 years back. Granada TV wanted to see how a young alternative comic would get on in an old school Salford working man's club. Turned out incredibly badly. Some old timers chased me out of the bar, and I got the princely sum of a pizza and 2 pints of cider. The footage lingered on late night TV for years. I had a camera crew following me around uni in my student flat that day. I'm going to have a documentary maker follow me around on Friday this week, and I didn't want to tempt fate. So when I thought about perhaps doing poetry, but that's not everyone's cup of tea. Well, surrealism? There's this old Dutch saying that which translates as don't do weird, because if you're normal, you're weird enough. And that's my point. So about what is about to follow? Is it poetry? Is it prose? Is it some old crap I wrote on the 192 up here? I will leave you guys to decide. Okay. So this is not a lot, eh? This is halfway between my random thoughts and a love letter to Salford. The first time I heard John Cooper Clarke or Marky Smith and the Four, it sounded like a foreign language. Second nature, like talking my dreams. Now, In 1989, I went to see Salford Reds play basketball. I got wired on Pepsi when I was 3 foot tall in pretty much a school gym. Also in 89, Salford Quays car boot sale with me dad, 6 a.m. on Sunday mornings at the truck stop on Salford Quays. 1,000 lorries, 100 lorries, 1,000 cars. Oily rainbows in oily puddles, oily bacon, cigarette smell on Strangeways walls from a guy called Paul, Wacko Jacko and Madness. 2 for a £5 and a baseball jacket, a tie-dye shirt, and my kickers weren't real, but man, I preferred it that way. And the Irk and the Irwell, portals between local realities. My first overnight in Salfordia was a girl I met in a comedy club. Her gay friend tried to seduce me, clumsily. I spurned his advances. Next morning, we found he peed and pooped in her sister's bed, and he left a long, long apology letter. Next day, I took my first ever tram ride. I didn't pay, and she told me there was no inspectors and no need. And then we went to Affleck's, and she brought me drink after drink of the cash card she found lying round on the ground. And she didn't tell me till after last orders. Halcyon days of my young life. Nearly moved in with her as a friend. And I remember taking my first love to the Mark Alley and staring into the canal. I wondered what the future held. It wasn't her for very long. In local pubs, talk of Vinegar Vera and Native Americans going native, and other mythologies became my own. I moved to Matthias Court, just off Silk Street, when I started my MA in social work. The night before I moved, my mum saw a documentary where someone had been stabbed outside my tower block gates. She panicked, and I round her up a bit because sons can be shits. And I cut my long hair off, and I dressed down, and I never had a problem round there. I had an amazing view of town, and the big wheel, and I had broadband for the very first time. And I walked past the Swingers Club just over the Irwell twice a day. The moon underwater, my canteen, and for caffeine, and oily bacon and coffee again. And the Health Bee building had alien totem poles. The Flemish Weaver was still standing. Salford Shopping City still had a wimpy. Flavours took me back to childhood. The market was Mad Max, and I bought a drum kit for a £5, and I gave it to my nephew, to my sister's despair. And now she lives there. And the first time I saw my favourite band, it was at the Islington Mill, and I saw them last week at the White Hotel. And then I found an old man's pub that I didn't dare think would exist off the back of Berry Road. And I drank, because what else would I do? And so many other bands I saw there too. And he went to a rave or two. And 2 great Salfordians I met. A Dudley Moore impersonator, knocking around comedy clubs. Had time for a weird kid like me. Died of a tumorous kidney. Never did find him in hospital or hear his grave. And then there was Mr. P, a teacher who worked with little scallies, a kids with ASD, a shaman, a genius, and he smoked more pot than me. And he got lung tumours and a PhD, but I hear he's still around. And my King's Arms was my local for a year, and it's been nice to have him back as of late.
And I'd like to say more, but I wouldn't want it to become a bore. So no talk of Barton Moss, where I discovered to my shock, I'm quite good with working with broken kids. And I was once approached by gangsters walking through the edge of the airstrip at Eccles, where I had some of the wildest nights of my life. So now I am off back to the bar.
It's the best thing since last November. It's the best thing since rain. It's the best thing since pigs trotters crushing acorns on the promenade by a beach. It's the best thing since last summer, or maybe the summer before that. It's the best thing since I fell off my bike holding a Kit Kat and all the kids on my road called me Kit Kat Boy. It's the best thing since when you jump into cold water and it all looks turquoise, but you shut your eyes and it looks pink. It's the best thing since salt and vinegar crisps. It's the best thing since we broke into the circus after dark and that girl broke her arm. Hell yeah! Oh yeah! It's the best thing since we went climbing trees after dark and Mal broke his arm. It's the best thing since a house clothed in cobwebs. It's the best thing since Spider-Man 2. Shame! I think that's an advert. Oh, there you go. It's the best thing since I last had tummy upset. One of the best things. It's the best thing since this performance began.
One more time, ladies and gents, for the MSG Time Show. Right, we're going to get a short break and then we're going to carry on. Stick around.
Very nice.